What is up, dudes and dudettes? Thank you so much for tuning into the stream today. And we're going to have our regular stream around 6:30 in the AM for those of you who live on the West Coast. And you can do the time for conversion if you're on the East Coast. And in those stream sessions, we're probably going to spot some cheap dirt stock and we're going to turn them into gold. Anyways, for today's MMAT news, are we going to see 2 green days in a row? Well, watch this video to the end to find out. So with Jay Powell on the podium speaking about inflation, as I predicted 2 or 3 days ago and predicted yesterday, that today's market is not going to be as bad as we thought. Because if you look at the VIX index from a day ago and from 2 days ago, the market overreacted before the meeting. And as far as Jerome Powell is concerning, with all the reverse repo in action, well, let's just say the economy is sort of stable and went back to the stage of early June. So you will see some bullish signal in the next half month, and we're pretty much all set in August, unless the Delta variant and the Alpha variant and the variant actually stopped us from reopening the economy. But the probability of that is pretty low. But for those of you who are wondering what exactly the Jerome Powell said, you can go back and watch the stream. We actually posted that, and some detailed commentaries are there. But after this video, we're going to post another video. It's going to be a 5-minute recap of what Jerome Powell said, and why is it very consistent with my prediction from weeks ago. All right, let's get into the MMAT content. So if we look at the price chart today for MMAT, it's a triple bullish signal right here. You see a once fast pull up over here, and then in the morning, people still are a little bit worried, okay? This drawdown, where is the red pen? This drawdown is very consistent with what happens during the morning on the VIX, or VX, that's the ETF for that. So when VIX pull up, the entire stock market pulled down a little bit. But once we look at the bond yield rate and we look at the reverse repo data, all the bulls come in, and you see once pull up, pull down a little bit, flag formation, form another base over here, 3.337. It's just normal, because if we go back and look at previous day's chart, it's one of those support lines where people think it's traded at fair value. But in reality, this company probably worth about $7 at this point, because George actually hired more people, did more production, acquired more patents in the process, as what they said about inorganic growth. And if you look at the air segment stuff that I went over yesterday, you will see a lot of those patents that they actually acquired from Intel, acquired from other companies. These are inorganic growth that they were talking about in the press conference on early July, I think. And you see when it pulls down, this is when Eddie gets super, super panicky. And on stream, we're like, guys, just take a chill pill. And then it just take a straight up upwards momentum. And we close this at not $5, 3.56. And if you watch my stream, you know that during Powell's speech, I actually made a prediction about the stock. I think it will close at 3.55, so I was 1 cent off again. So in terms of tomorrow's action, we see a lot of volumes coming in. There's a lot of pent-up sex drive over here, and there are a lot of volume coming in, in the afternoon, and we see a lot of volume coming in the morning. So for those of these people who come in the morning, if they didn't do any day trading or didn't do any arbitrage, that means from here, from the way bottom to here, they made about 10%. And if they keep holding that, that means tomorrow morning, the stock might actually see a rare stabilization point at $3.5. But, you never know about MMAT at this point, because a lot of people are scalping this. A lot of people are sort of day trading this, and the shorts, it's very odd that today the shorts isn't that active on the market. If we go back and look at, let me show you the short data right here. So today is the only day for the past 3.5 months, okay? Let's just not say 3.5 months, because I got 3.5 months from my own data collection. But let's just be safe. The past 1 month, last night, yesterday, so today is the only day during the market hours that the shorts, the long beats the shorts. So right now, the long volume is bigger than the short volume. This is the first day. I think we're starting to see the light here, but we cannot be too hasty about anything or price action. You guys are gonna be like, what about those 2 days, right? Those 2 days also have, you know, the short volume lower than the long volume. But if you go back and look at those 2 days option chains, it wouldn't say the same about those 2 days. Okay, so right now we have to be careful about tomorrow. So if tomorrow we also have another long bigger than short day, we have 2 green days in a row, we might see a big morning wood on the 3rd day, which is going to be on Friday. So hopefully that will happen. But this is MMAT we're talking about. The stock literally plummeted about what? It went from 20 bucks to what, $3? That's $17 in this drain, guys. So right now we're almost at the point we're almost at the point where, let me do the math in my head real quick, times 515. We're like 85% gone, right? 85% gone, and most of us are holding at 50% downside right now. Let's see how it goes. But the probability of having another green day is pretty high. So if you go back and look at the charts, you will see something even more interesting. Is we gotta need the Chinese chart as here. What we are actually battling here is it's this point. So what we want to see is, where is the charting thingy? Oh, you can't do the charting thingy now. What we as retail players, what we want to see is, you want to see a pullback all the way up to 3.72. On this day, the reason why it didn't break out is because momentum sort of slowed down on that part, and the shorts coming in. So tomorrow we want to see a pullback up towards 3.777. What did I say? 3.772. So $3.72. That's where it should be at, and hopefully we're trading higher than that. The closer it's to $4, the better, and the closer to the $4, that means all of the options are gonna be in money by the end of the week. If by the end of the week all of the $4 options are in the money and we stabilize this at $4 around the beginning of next week, and if we see some good news from George, then this stock is gonna be trading around 4.82, because that's the next major resistance line, and it will pull up to $5. And during those processes, for those of you who are selling cover calls, it is a really great opportunity, especially we are almost at the month end now. I think this is it for today's price chart prediction. Not really prediction, we're just going to talk about it. And as far as George's tweet go, George posted another thing. Can't wait for November AWE 2021. I guess we will be seeing George there, huh? A lot of my audiences are asking me on stream if I'm going to go into AWE. I don't know. Right now, DD is pretty poor because of MMAT. So for those of you who actually made money on the tips I made, hey, their super chat option is open, boys and girls. But it seems like George these days spent a lot of time and effort into the AR market and VR market. As far as this thing goes, I'm not really sure it's really worth that much of an effort, but let's just see how this thing goes. Alright guys, if you haven't liked, press that like button, smash it, and make sure that we beat the YouTube algorithm. And if you like our content, please share it with your friends and tag us on Twitter, or just, you know, say something nice, hashtag on our Twitter account, and hey, spread our videos around. And for those of you who are new or who just tune in for the most premium content about stocks on the internet and on YouTube, please smash that sub button. We are thinking about giving out some stock ticker sort of look at giveaways. Basically what happens is for those of you, remember the time where we actually did a raffle? The raffle results are almost there. And for those of you who are every 100th sub on our channel, you actually have one privilege that you guys forgot to use, which is let us look at one ticker, or request for a 5-minute video on a quick DD on that ticker. Anyways, see you guys on the upside. Or just in case we forgot to lock Eddie in a closet tomorrow during power hours, you might actually see a down day, as MMAT always does. So the worst case scenario is we'll probably go down to 3.28 again, and it's probably gonna be a dip option that you guys probably gonna capitalize on. So without further ado, this is it for the video.